Oh my God, my abs are so much harder than they were 2 weeks ago. All right, guys. So the purpose of this exercise is to alleviate the hip flexors. You want to get the hip flexors out of everything and just work your lower abs. So coming down to a 90-degree angle with your hips is as far as you want to go. If you want to put more emphasis on the lower abs, I'm telling you right now, this piece of equipment has been one of the best pieces of equipment for lower ab development and overall development. Because when you're getting that lengthened position with elbows over the head, it's even more of a stretch in the bottom, and you're forced to contract your lower abs even harder to get your knees over your head. So putting your elbows under this, getting that lengthened position at the bottom of the rep is so much better than just laying down on the floor and put your arms to your side. So if you have a lat pull down machine that you can use in the gym to do these with, that has a long enough bench on it, well, I'm not even gonna say that. It doesn't matter how long the bench is. What's gonna happen if the bench is shorter is it's gonna get harder because you're gonna have more of your lower back sticking off the bench. So you're gonna have to contract the abs harder throughout the entire movement in order to stay on the bench. So if this bench was 6 inches shorter, then I would be forced to be contracting the abs much more often. I wouldn't get any breaks in between, like in any reps. So when I'm relaxing at the bottom of my reps right now, my lower back is pretty much in full contact with the pad, all the way down to my butt. So I'm getting a slight break. If I were to go down to the point where I'm only 2 inches above the actual pad itself, I wouldn't get any breaks. So if the bench is shorter and your butt hangs off the end, you're not gonna get any breaks in between sets. So I'll make this set harder, and I will not bring my butt down to the bottom of the bench. I'll keep it floating the entire time. What's up, buddy? My abs are getting so strong, it's getting ridiculous, actually. Oh yeah, this is definitely harder now. So right there. Oh yeah, much better. The problem with this freaking exercise is getting up. Oh, all right, so we're gonna do 3 sets, y'all. And what I really wanna do is I wanna start off with the hardest variation of this exercise. The most amount of weight, the hardest variation, and then pyramid my way down. So on that set, I actually increased the intensity level. On my next 3 exercises that I do for abs, It's gonna be the exact opposite. You wanna get quality out of your reps when it comes to your abs. Because your goal here is to be using your abs and nothing else. If you're using everything else, if you're using your lower back, if you're using your legs, if you're using your chest, if you're using your shoulders, if you're using all that, you're not getting the work out of your abs that you should be getting. I'm not a scientific expert on this, but I will tell you that when I humbled myself and realized that I needed to just train my abs and only my abs and not every other muscle, yes, my abs got weaker because I was only using my abs to move the weight or to move my body, but now I'm able to do the amount of weight that I could do using cheat reps with just my abs. So yeah, it took me 6 months. It took me 6 months. I don't think your abs are a muscle that's gonna get very strong very quickly. So it took me about 6 months to develop real ab strength, not artificial, as in using all your other muscles in your body to move, your abs, but actually using your abs to move every other muscle in your body. So yeah, oh God, that shit hurt. Yeah, it might take 6 months to get stronger abs, but in the long run, it's much better. Oh, yes. If you're contracting your abs really hard on every rep of every set, you should see about a 2-rep drop off set over set. So if my first set was 12, my second set I'm gonna look for about 10 reps. My third set I'm gonna look for about 8 reps. That's normal, that's natural, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It just means that you're really working your abs and they're getting fatigued, and that's what you want, which is why we're only doing 3 sets per exercise today. We're not gonna sit here and we're not gonna do 20 rounds of this. We're gonna do 3 sets per exercise, 4 exercises, and then we're gonna do our cardio afterwards. So we finished lower abs, 1 variation of that. I'm probably gonna do 2 because I really like to target my lower abs. Now we're gonna do our upper abs, and I might just turn around, put this over my chest, and do a sit-up, band assisted, not band assisted, but a band actually pulling me down this way. I might use a band on this. So if you've set up for a certain exercise and it works for your lower abs and it's the right angle, there's a high percentage chance that you can just turn your body around and use that for the opposite end of the muscle you're trying to work. So I hit lower abs, I'm gonna spin around, put my knees under this, and I'm gonna wrap this around my chest, and we're gonna do upper abs now. I mean, I have a feeling this is gonna be, oh yeah, this is gonna be like a lot of, yeah, this is like 40 pounds of resistance now. But this will help hold my shoulders back as well. Nope, it's not gonna work that way. All right. Oh! Oof. Oof. All right, set number 2 done. So all we're trying to do here is be able to move more weight on our next volume day. Easier. We want to move more weight easier on volume days. That's what we're doing. We are developing ab strength to move your body weight easier on volume. All right, last set. Excuse me, guys, but I'm gonna probably be making some noise here because I'm feeling it. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right. From here, just that little move. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this with weight today, actually. I think I'm tired. So we're going from here at 90 to there and back. God, oh my God. Chat, I'm telling you right now, I'm already feeling it, dude. I'm already feeling it. We're not using any weight today, chat. Not with this. So what you're doing is you're coming to a 90-degree angle with your abdominal area and your hips, okay? You're gonna come to a 90-degree angle here. We're gonna try to get the hip flexors out of this. Although we're still using them, we're gonna try to get them out of it. And then we're gonna drive the knees up as high as we can by squeezing the lower abs. I'm not trying to throw them. I'm trying to come here, stop, and then squeeze. As many reps as you can do. 6 to 8 is fine. This is good because normally I'm doing volume-based work, right? So normally I'm doing volume-based work. I'm not doing strength work for abs. It's probably been a month and a half since I've done anything strength related with abs. Isometric holds, sorta, kinda, but I'm still not moving a lot of weight for reps when I'm doing isometric holds. So this is something I haven't done in like a month and a half, 2 months. It's challenging me, and this is what you want. Every time you come in here and you hit abs, you need to be going through hell, man. If you're doing abs and it's easy, I promise you're gonna have crap abs the rest of your life. This feels like doing leg day for me. I don't know who caught my leg day yesterday, but I went through absolute hell on leg day. Well, this feels like I'm going and doing legs again. So, here, oh. After 6 sets to failure, this is where it starts getting hard. So my goal, if I were to do this workout again, would be to do this same exercise in this exact same order with like a 5-pound dumbbell. So if I'm doing it with no dumbbell right now, my goal the next time I do abs for strength, and I did the same workout the exact same way, would be to add a 5-pound dumbbell to my lower ab work right here. Small difference. Even if it's a 2.5-pound dumbbell, 2.5-pound dumbbell, that's progressively overloading. What's up, boss man? That's all we're looking for, chat. We're not looking for 20-pound gains, chat. That's not realistic. Your ab is a small muscle group. Your abs are a very small muscle group. It might seem like it takes up this whole torso, but when you're splitting the load up between upper, lower, and middle, guess what? If you're only trying to use your lower, that's a very, very small muscle group, very small area. How much weight do you think you're gonna move with that? So, focus on the lower abs. Don't focus on overdoing the weight, and focus on the contraction. So I'm at a 90 right here. Squeeze. Ugh. Guys, that like 2 inches of movement, 2 inches of movement is a serious contraction in the lower abs. Just 2 inches, chat. That's all you need, man. I only want to see my left side, because my left side is a little bit underdeveloped compared to my right side. So that's another thing too, guys. When you only have one mirror and you gotta pick a side to look at during your workout, pick your underdeveloped side. So I can literally feel that my left side is narrower down here than it is over here. Why? Well, years and years of disc golf and torquing on this side right here. It developed this muscle right here. This side, it's not as big. So if you have imbalances and you have one mirror to look at, pick the side of your body that is underdeveloped and look at that side. So obviously, if I want to work my right side, I can't see the mirror. Well, guess what? My right side's overdeveloped. So what's the point? I want to be able to see my left side. My left side's underdeveloped here. So I'm going to put myself in a position where I can see it. Unfortunately, this thing's kind of in the way here, but we're good. So we're going to add like a twist in here as well. Basically glute and upper hip towards the top of the pad. Feet offset. We're gonna rotate into this like this, nice and slow so you don't do any damage to your back. And we're gonna come up and squeeze. Nice stretch at the bottom. If you really want to hit this hard, put yourself in a position where your body is constantly trying to rotate away from the weight. So if I was side to side here, I don't feel as much of a rotation towards the floor as if I stagger. If I'm holding a weight and I'm staggering my feet one in front of the other, I'm feeling more of a rotational movement here. So my body is wanting to rotate the weight to the floor, which means I'm gonna work my obliques harder. So put yourself in a position where your body wants to rotate away from that side that you're trying to work harder. You just gotta be self-conscious and aware about this when you're doing abs. You don't wanna be in an advantageous position, okay? So when I stagger my feet, right foot in front of the left, I'm putting more of a rotational force on this left side towards the floor with weight in my hand. Remember, y'all, set over set, look for a loss of 2 reps. 2 reps, guys. First set I did 10, that set I did 8. My last set I'm looking for 6 to 7, okay? Just don't let your form break down. Continue to use proper form. Don't let your form break down. This is an exercise where you can hurt your lower back if you start letting form break down. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but I'm still trying to keep this C with my upper back, keep the abs contracted. If I start getting into a reverse C with a rotation that way, it's putting a lot of strain on my lower back. So I'm trying to keep my abs contracted up top and then rotate away from that side and then rotate back into it. Keep everything contracted. Oh my God. Oh, shit. All right, so this is gonna be how we're gonna hit it, guys. Hand behind the head, behind the neck. You're gonna keep the upper abs flexed. Real slow. We're done. All right, guys, so I'm gonna do 15 to 30 minutes on the assault bike. Nothing too crazy. Just 15 to 30 minutes, chat. Get the blood flowing. Try to get a little bit relaxed from my ab workout. If y'all have any questions, just go ahead and drop them in chat now. I'm reading chat on my iPad. So if y'all have any questions about today's workout, just go ahead and let me know. What's going on, Jeff? What's going on? Why in the world would I do that? Why on God's green earth would I do that? Good, man. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're going to go on a walk. Just remember, walk with purpose. Walk at least 4 miles an hour, no slower than 4 miles an hour, and go for an hour. Nothing less than an hour, chat. Perfect. 4 miles outside is great. 4 miles is great. I try to do nothing less than 4 miles per stent now. So anytime I'm doing cardio, it's 4 miles, nothing less. I don't do 2 miles anymore. I don't do 1 mile anymore. It's got to at least be 4 miles. 10 minutes left, chat. 10 minutes left, and then we're done. I'm gonna do an hour of cardio later. So I'm gonna do 1 hour later on the treadmill at like 4 miles an hour to 4.3 miles an hour. I'm gonna eat really healthy for the rest of the day. Hardly any carbs. And get ready for a back and bicep workout tomorrow. So I'm not gonna do 30 minutes to an hour right now. I'm starting to feel hungry, which is a good sign. So within 15 minutes of finishing my workout, I should be good enough to eat. This seat is not very fun to sit on after leg day. Not at all. My butt is killing me. All right, YouTube, we just finished cardio and abs. Technically abs and cardio. Today was strength-based focus, okay? So I did 4 different exercises, 2 of them for the lower abs, 1 for the upper abs, and 1 for the obliques. 3 sets apiece, 8 to 12 on the rep range. What I was trying to do was pick a weight that was heavy enough for me to get 12 reps on the first set, only 10 on the second set, and only 8 on the third set. I ended up flip-flopping back and forth. I didn't gauge things properly on 2 of my exercises, but I made it work. So when you come in here and you do abs, make sure you're targeting the lower abs more than anything else. Aesthetically, it's better. So target the lower abs twice as hard as you target everything else. Try to take a lot of the rotational movements out of your obliques with a lot of heavy weight. You don't want to be using a lot of heavy weight with that because your waist will eventually get larger. A lot of professional bodybuilders actually overtrain their obliques so that they don't grow, because if you're wanting a Christmas tree effect, if you're wanting to go from wide to narrow, if you are doing a lot of rotational stuff with your obliques, or you're doing a lot of things where you're holding a dumbbell and you're leaning to one side to work your obliques, eventually they are going to get wider because you're going to develop more muscle tissue in that area. I wanted to get overall strength gains throughout my entire abdominal region, so I did do my obliques today with weights. Is it something that I would do every workout? No. If you scroll through all my other workouts, you'll see that I've probably only done this one other time in the last 2 months. So come in here, program properly, pick a weight that's going to work for you, go to almost failure on every set. Pretty much every set for me today was failure, okay? You could see it, you could hear it. When you watch this long form video, you're going to pretty much know that I gave it my all today. And that's what I wanted to do. So try to leave nothing in the tank. Go back to doing your volume work for a month or 2. Your volume work should get easier after doing workouts like this, and then come back in a month or 2 and do another strength-based workout so that you can continue to get stronger. That way your volume work gets easier and you can perform different movements with your abs that you've been unable to perform due to lack in strength. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this workout. I will see you guys tomorrow for back and biceps. Until then, peace and love. I'll catch you guys on the next one.